Thank you. Thank you, Kenneth. Can you hear me? Loud and okay. Good morning, everyone. Of course, my salute and respect to our officials in attendance, and perhaps some of our officials will be joining us in a little while. But allow me to recognize as our way of respecting them. Of course, our National Training Commissioner, Mr. Leonidas Son, our Executive Officer Program at Adult Resources, Boy Scouts of the Philippines, Mr. Yasser Sarona, our Regional Scout Director, Mr. Benido Toledo, of course, our Council board members led by our Council Chairman, Congressman Edgar Chato, our very active, outstanding Council Scout Executive Boy Scouts of the Philippines, Mr. Hermes Angoy, our Council Training Commissioner, our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Marina Salamanca, of course, our course leader, Dr. Esther Barahan, and I saw also a while ago the PSDS Pilar, Sir Buaya, the Chief USA of this training course, Mr. Cesar Hamero, our handsome Master of Ceremony, Mr. Kenneth Blasco, members of the training team, of course, members or the training participants from the 5 areas, Tagbilaran City, Panglao, Carmen, Garcia Hernandez, and Pilar. Once again, to all of us, good morning. Allow me to start my short message by sharing with you a story. This is just a short story entitled, Our Happiness is with Others. I'll repeat, our happiness is with others. Everyone wants to find happiness in life, no matter what our circumstances, and no matter what hand we are dealt. The search for true contentment is at the heart of everyone's goals. The question then is how? How are we supposed to even begin looking for it? A group of people gathered in a room attending a seminar about life and happiness to learn to find happiness in their lives. They were being taught various skills and lessons about life. Suddenly, the speaker stopped and started giving each person a balloon. He asked everyone to write one's name on it using a pen. All the balloons were then collected and taken to another room. Now, these delegates were let in that room and asked to find the balloon which had their name written within 5 minutes. Everyone was frantically searching for their name, pushing, colliding with each other, and there was utter chaos. No one could find their balloons within the given 5-minute time, and they all had to return to the other room empty-handed. Then they were told to go to the other room and randomly collect a balloon and give it to the person whose name was written on it. Within 5 minutes, everyone was carrying the balloon with their name on it. The speaker began. This is exactly happening in our lives. Everyone is frantically looking for happiness all around, not knowing where it is. Our happiness lies in the happiness of other people. Give them their happiness, you will get your own happiness. And this is the purpose of human life. My dear Kawan leaders, I understand that you are aware that you are joining in this training, and the first virtual basic training course for Kawan leaders, as mentioned by our Council Scout Executive, Sir Hermes. Perhaps this is the first virtual training within the WUSOM. And as mentioned also by Sir Yasser, probably this is the first limited face-to-face. So for DepEd, should I say, this is the first blended training. If by August 24, we will be applying the blended learning. And now, the Boy Scouts of the Philippines, BOHOL Council, is applying the blended training. Virtual in the sense that we are using the IT technology, but at the same time with limited face-to-face. But then again, let us be reminded with the story that I am reading a while ago, that you can only find happiness through others. As Kawan leaders, you are there in the classroom to provide leadership to your young children. So I understand that since this is for Kawan leaders, probably some of you are new to the Department of Education as teachers. Or probably some of you are already not new to DepEd, but newly assigned as Kawan leader. Or perhaps some of you are not new as Kawan leader, but for several years you are just applying the trial and error. Because as they say, you cannot give what you do not have. So it is a must that you must train yourselves. You must join this basic training course. And my challenge also to all of you is do not stop after joining this basic training course, but aim higher. That after this basic training course, you will be like DB, you will be like Dr. Barahan, or Dr. Salamanca, that will be one, or you will be like one of those members of the training team, that they will be joining advanced training courses. But I am pretty sure, not all of you are happy that you were told to join this training. Whether you will accept, whether you will say that it's true, but that's the reality. Not all of you are happy because, as they say, by virtue of no choice, that's why you are joining this training. By virtue of no choice, you are told by your principals, you are told by your district supervisors, but by their Kawan leaders. Believe me, before this training ends, you will change your mind and you will realize that this is the real essence of teaching. In scouting, you will learn that teaching is by doing. Teaching is not merely talking. That is why this is not purely virtual. You have limited face-to-face because again, you will learn only the skills if you will use your hands and other senses. So again, to all of you, our loved Kawan leaders, think of it, that even if you will say that we are in the time of pandemic, but rest assured, before this training, our Council Scout Executive, Sir Hermes, is doing everything to ensure that the Council or this training has complied that health and safety protocol required by the Department of Health, by the IETF, and the local government unit. And by their Kawan leaders, I would like to emphasize that in this time of pandemic, this is the most relevant time for you to teach and for you to guide our learners because they are at home and perhaps basin na lang og naa sila sa balay wala sila gihimo mukanta na lang unya sila sa kanta ni Kim Cho na walang ginagawa dahil walang nagawa. So therefore importante karon because if and when the child or the learners has nothing to do, then it might result also to boredom. It might result also to stress, mental stress. Walang ginagawa kasi. So, this is now the challenge. Even if they will be at home, how you can provide leadership. And then later on, today and tomorrow you will realize nga scouting pala is not a separate program. Scouting is part of the curriculum. Scouting should complement and supplement the Kick to 12 curriculum. Scouting should supplement the milk or the most essential learning competencies. Because if you will define curriculum, ang curriculum giingon, it is curriculum refers to what is learned inside and outside the classroom. So therefore, kung walay scouting, learning of the learners is not complete because they just learn inside the classroom, no learning outside. So, I am happy to see that even if this is the first time, but Sir Hermes was able to organize at least 5, no? At least 5 groups, subgroups to join this first ever virtual basic training course for Kawan leaders. So in closing, I would like to challenge you to be like a king. Sama sa usa ka king sa istorya nga akong nabasahan nga sa usa ka adlaw ana nagmando siya sa iyang mga tao ay pasiminto ang tanang kalsada tibuok kalibutan. But then again, maayo na lang nga naay nisulti niya ang iyang advisor og naingon dili kinahanglan nimong simintoon ang tibuok ang kalsada sa tibuok kalibutan, but buhati na lang nagsapatos ang imong mga til aron dili ka maglisod og lakaw. So my dear Kawan leaders, dili ta mangandoy nga atong mausab ang kalibutan, dili ta mangandoy nga mausab ang Pilipinas, mausab ang ato ang tibuok probinsya ug unsay mga problema, but mangandoy lang ta nga bisan usa ninyo pag uli ninyo maka-create na sad mo 8 ka mga bata nga mosunod sa inyong lakang nga mahimong leaders, dako na kaya na og kalambuan, dako na kaya nag-ikatampo sa pag-improve o pagka-maayo o pagka-develop sa atong lugar, sa atong nasod o sa ato ang kalibutan. With that, once again, to the organizers, Sir Anggoy, to the training commissioner, Ma'am Marina, to all the members of the training team, to our master of ceremony, and to all of you, my dear Kawan leaders, good luck, good health, God bless. Good morning, everyone.
Maraming palakpak for our Council Commissioner, Dr. Benito Inagata.